Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Avernum 4. Last episode, we pretty much cleared out what was left that could be seen up in this area here. It's interesting, despite the fact that they are completely separated by water, we've actually managed to explore this region and this region. The only other areas I can think of that are completely separated by water and completely unable to be reached by land. Actually, there aren't any, aside from the islands to the north, and this region over here, which includes the Waterfall Warren and the island with the Fortress of Nas Us. No, not Nas Us, Sisyphus. Nas is over here. Why did I say Nas Us? I don't know. Anyway, with us having explored as far north here, I think next we are going to take a look into Fort Emerald. So let's do just that. Just going to... There we go. Okay. And here is Fort Emerald. You enter Fort Emerald. Once, this fort was a major defensive bulwark for the Great Cave, protecting the farmlands to the south from the savage Slithzerakai tribes to the north. These days, the caverns to the north are thoroughly pacified, and Fort Emerald is a quiet place, a repository for incompetent soldiers or old hands waiting for retirement. There aren't even any guards waiting at the south gate. In fact, there's no guards, just slightly concerning. This woman has set up a small merchant stand out of the back of her wagon. Looks like she has been here for a while. Strands of fungus are growing up the wheels of her cart. The merchant looks accustomed to trading with visitors from the fort. Welcome, adventurer. Nobody I like trading with more than adventurers. I'm the race, and I think I have some goods that will be quite useful to you. Do you know much about Fort Emerald? Oh, of course. I did a lot of trading here when I first started out as a merchant. A more exciting time. Fort Emerald hasn't seen any action in 20 years, and I hope it stays that way. But I doubt it will. Why do you think Fort Emerald will see more fighting? Because of the nature of the enemy, whoever it is. It seems to always see our weakest link and strike at it, like the way all our commerce was choked off by the monsters that attack our boats. The boats just can't defend themselves. The enemy strikes at weak points. And this place is as weak as they come. Why did you return here? Because more supplies are needed around here. Darman and Blosk are a mess, and the traders around the castle are expensive. I'm doing a lot of business. Have you been to Darman or Blosk recently? Not since the Shade appeared, and I haven't gone to Almaria either. When the Shade is present, it makes the cities very dangerous for outsiders. Nothing we need to sell. What have you got? Nothing we need. At least we got you in mind. Let's see here. Some years back, the Drake Zorius attacked Fort Emerald from the north. It was driven off, but not before its breath did some damage to the walls. This slight has not been forgotten. It is thought that the Zorazas lives in the caverns to the north of Fort Emerald. The adventurer who destroys it will receive a reward from Captain Biden. Beetle, wizard in residence at Fort Emerald, requires some flawless green wormkin tails to make a desperately needed salve of a private nature. The tails required can probably be found in the caverns north of the fort. Be careful when fighting the creatures, as it is easy to damage the tail. The one who brings 3 tails will receive a magical reward. Okay. It doesn't look like there's anything of note in here. Or in here. The soldiers of Fort Emerald are a tired and dispirited lot. A brief conversation with one of them makes you hope fervently that Fort Emerald doesn't come under attack anytime soon. Lovely. Let's indeed hope just that. This archer is quite young, younger than most of the soldiers you've seen here so far. She is sitting alone at this old cavewood table drinking ale. You soon realize why she was stationed here. She is drunk, and you suspect that is how she spends much of her time. Her speech is slurred, and her eyes can't focus. Hey there! I'm Tishiana. Sit and have some ale with me. Not a lot of company in the port these days. Not enough to shoot. She is probably an excellent shot when she is sober, which you doubt is often. You haven't had much to fight lately? I only got transferred here like 2 years ago. But from what I hear, the last action the fort saw was like 10 years back. And that was just a drake that had to be driven off. Where were you transferred from? Fort remote. It's southwest a ways. I hear there's a lot of action there. Lots of critters in the tunnels to the west. Lots of good targets. Wish I was still there. Need something to do. And now you drink? Yeah, it passes the time. Now what? You're gonna give me a speech about how I like my ale too much? You gonna bug me? That it? Well, now that you mention it, it looks like you do drink a lot. Pah! You go away and leave me alone. This ale is the only company I have in this pit full of useless, angry old people. Go away and come back when you can leave me alone. Right. How do you spend your time? I target shoot. I'm a darn good shot with javelins or arrows, sober or not. I get a lot of time, so I give lessons to the farmers around here. Let them defend themselves from the bandits that are always around. Can you teach me? Tiziana is incoherent, quick to anger, and the fact you are an adventurer makes her raise her prices through the roof. But she is a skilled archer. She can improve, but we don't need to. But thank you. Oh, neat. Oh, I like that. This must be a passage... Yeah, it's a passage over the top. I like that. Not that we can take anything from here. In fact, there's not really any practical purpose to it, but I like it. You meet the commander of Fort Emerald. He walks around, looks at things, and shakes his head. He knows what the problems are, but he doesn't have the resources to fix them. When he sees you, he sighs. Oh, look, some adventurers have come here to do things we poor dumb soldiers can't manage. How lucky we are to have you. I'm surprised your feet touch the ground. I'm Captain Biden, what do you want? How are things going here? Oh, as peaceful as they could be. Which is good, because my men aren't capable of doing much besides eat and take up space. What is to the north? Former Slithlands. There were lots of savages up there, led by the mighty Slith Lord Sis. He constantly sent deadly raids into the Great Cave, and only the mighty efforts of this fortress saved Avernum. Ah, the good old days. There's some pests up there now, but nothing that requires the attention of a whole fort. What is wrong with the soldiers here? They're too old and tired. Or drunk. They're too worn out to do anything useful, and too weak for the trip up to Fort Monastery. They get sent to me. Can't do anything, and I don't have anything for them to do. So it works out. If you say so. Still here? Still want to offer your help? Well, it's not needed. Go collect your excessive rewards somewhere else. Gonna get supplies or training? You think anyone here is bright enough to train you? You think we got enough supplies to have any to spare? Friend, you've wasted a journey. Do you have anything that needs doing? Oh, just go check the job board. That's what it's there for. I was sent here by the castle. They said that you found a crystal box. That's right, I had it, and I got rid of it. I didn't like the thing around. Gave me the creeps. Had some soldiers throw it out the north gate. Why did you get rid of it? It was sealed shut and we couldn't open it. Magic stuff. And I may not know a lot, but I know that it's better to not keep mystery magic around. I can understand to a point, but... Great. Where is the box? I and my soldiers put it in a small cave due north from the fort. Still there, probably. You can collect it up there. Can I get out the north gate? Oh, I forgot about that. Sure, I'll have Beetle lower it for you. That's all, thanks. I'll take a look out there later. Right now, we still have other explorations to do. Touch! Not really much else here. I mean, there's the west exit. Magician's office. Bit cramped, it looks like. This is the office of Fort Emerald's wizard in residence. It is hopelessly cluttered with stuff, the result of many years working here. The aged wizard himself sits in a chair, surrounded by old papers and dusty scrolls. It takes a minute to spot him among all the clutter. When he sees you, he snaps, "I'm Beetle! I'm the wizard here, and I don't teach anymore! Go away!" What do you do for the keep? I'm the magician. I do all the magic things. Blessings, divination, the occasional healing. That is in my specialty. I also maintain the magical barriers. Back, that is, when anything ever attacked us and made holes in the wall I needed to fill. What attacked the fort? Slytherakai, Empire troops, even the occasional arrogant Drake from the tunnels to the north. You repaired the walls with magical barriers? Well, what would you use? You can't lay bricks and mortar when a big Slith is throwing fireballs, can you? was only a temporary solution. The barriers would fade over time, but many was the time I helped save the fort with my barriers. And I recently had to stop at the north gate with barriers because a portcullis is broken. You can make magical barriers. Can you also dispel them? Of course! What a foolish question. Nobody but a madman would make barriers without being able to remove them. What if something went wrong and you trapped yourself? You'd starve. Can you teach me techniques for removing the barriers? Of course not. What a foolish question. You think I'd just spill one of the wizard's most valuable secrets to a stranger? We need permission from the Tower Colony to teach that spell. How could I get permission to learn the spell? Go to the Tower Colony, probably. That's where those decisions are made, not my problem. Can you teach me any spells? Do I look like a teacher? I'm long past the days of explaining basic principles to idiots. How long have you been here? Years and years since the war with the Empire. We had some real fighting to do back then, I tell you. Okay then. Storage. Can't pick the lock open. Tool use 19. And this will bring it to 20. Tee hee hee. Now let's see here. We got a couple potions and a lightning scroll, and here we have a steel shield. Jeez, you guys are carrying a lot of weight. How much is this? 11 pounds, 6 pounds. You're carrying a lot of weight too. Probably mostly in the wands. Okay then. Swap that back out. And what's in this room here? The barracks. These barracks are unused. There aren't any soldiers there to fill them. Well, okay then. And this pretty much is out the north gate. Somewhere up here is where we'll find, well, the stuff we need. But I am not going to look up there. Because, honestly, nice as it... Oh, I forgot about that. This dome contains the emerald that gives the fort its name. It's not actually an emerald, but a large crystal pulsing with natural magic. Being near it rejuvenates a soldier for a short time. Very useful during an attack. The fort was actually built around the crystal. There have been discussions of the possibility of moving it to a more relevant fort, but it is likely that moving the stone would disrupt the delicate and beneficial magic it radiates. You stand near the crystal for a short time and feel the radiant energy. You feel marvelously energized. Excellent. Not that it's of any use to us, but excellent. And this basically leads out the west. The Scree Caves, sure, and to the south is the city of Nass, which we could look at, but I'm not going to right now. Yes, there's Nass. We might be able to reach Patrick's Tower from here. But instead, we're going to look directly south and see what we can do and see what we can see. So, let's do just that. See what's over here. Irrigation canals have been carved into this area of the Great Cave to enable farming in this formerly barren region. There are several farmhouses here. In case of trouble, Fort Emerald to the north protects them. You speak with this farmer for a while, but you don't learn anything. These are simple folk. They don't know any details about the troubles, and they don't want to know. Okay, then. I'll leave them to that, then. Not much to this place, it seems. I suppose it's to be expected. Fort Emerald north, Nass, Blosk, and Darman to the west. Makes sense. Not sure why there's a dagger in that barrel. Another farmer. Nothing of note. Ah, there's the irrigation canals. Interesting way this is set up. Wait, what was that? This grave was dug very recently. The tombstone is blank. Huh. Interesting. Alright, let's see what's around here. No idea why there's coins in there. Nobody's looking. Alright, what's in here? There is only one man still working at this farm. The farm is neglected and overgrown with moss, and there is trash scattered about. The farmer seems unhinged. He wouldn't be the first to become a bit mad in the dark and damp of Avernum.
Ah, a visitor, yes. I am Freeman Apple. I'm ready to go. Just selling my things, getting some funds, then I can leave, get out of here.
Where are you going to go? Freeman Oppel points up.
Back to the surface, back to the safety of the Empire. You are all mad. I am going home. I have lost too much.
You came down from the Empire?
Yes, 3 years ago. Thought it would be a good place to live. Wrong, so wrong.
Why did you come down to Avernum?
To have a place to be free, to own one's own land, to raise children.
Who did you lose?
I lost May. The sickness. There's a mold. It took her. Nobody could. Please, leave me. Yes, still selling, still ready to go. Got to go.
What are you selling? Nothing we need. Are you here alone?
Yes, alone now. Lost one, sent the rest away. I am leaving, going away. Done.
Where are you going now?
Back to the surface. Just have to earn money to pay to use the portal again. Then back to the sun.
I wish you the best. Sadly, there's nothing I need to buy. I think we can leave that be. A couple buildings here. Several haunches of lizard meat are being dried in the smokehouse. Neat. And a farmer. Okay. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe that guy is back in one of these tombs. I'm gonna take a look. Let's take a look in here. Let's see. Probably not in here. Okay, let's try this one. Not in here. Okay. Now that I think about it, maybe he's in this top one up here? Nope, not in that one. Okay, what about these over here? Hello! Found him! And he has quite a few guards. Ow! Okay, I'm gonna reload. Okay, so now we know where he is. So, we can prepare up properly. Couple haste spells. Cast that spell. Cast that spell and that spell. And I think this should work. Now enter combat. Filled with total terror. Well, I think we can fix that. The casting of that. And a casting of control foes. Grave Robber has been charmed. Course healing. Ah, that'll distract him. Haha, perfect. Got him. This is gonna hurt a fair bit. Heh. Once again, you are overpowering Nika. Once again, he backs against the wall. And once again, he tries his trick with the cloak. This time, you are prepared. As he raises the cloak, you swing a blade and slash it. As expected, the hole keeps Nika from hiding from you. He can't turn invisible anymore. He sighs and turns to you, prepared to fight to the death. Fortunately, we managed to keep him distracted, and now we can finish him off. And there goes Nika. Fantastic. And we can finish off the last charmed guy. Bingo! Now let's see here. Airy Vambraces. +1 to gymnastics, +2 to quick strike. That's pretty impressive. I think we can use those. The Pustulant Vambraces can replace this. Okay, that we can sell. That we can sell. That we can take. That we can take. And these we can sell. Excellent! Now we can let him know we finished this. I killed Nika. The grave robber will bother you no more. Elder Caridad looks very pleased. I am grateful for your aid. I only wish I could pay you a bounty or other reward to match the magnitude of your service. All I can do is give you a blessing. It is not something I do lightly, and I hope it aids you on the hard road ahead. He puts his hands on your shoulders, bows his head, and begins to chant. He allows a bit of his holy energy to flow into you. Eventually, you feel strengthened. Caridad looks drained, although you are sure his strength will return to him eventually. He wipes the sweat from his face with his robe. I thank you again and wish you safe travels. Luck increased by 1 for all of us. Excellent. Now let's go get this loot sold. I think that can be done very easily. Yep. Sold, sold, and sold. And we've got a fair bit of coin now. And there were level ups recently. Nova. I mean, your dexterity is 5, that's nice. Liren already improved recently. John, Pyrrha, and... You know, the bow improvements would be nice, but intelligence needs to be improved for John, so he's going to save up. Pyrrha is actually pretty... Actually, Arcane Lord at 20 would be something I'd very much like. But he needs the energy, so he'll save up. Pyrrha's doing pretty darn well. What is Majory again? Spells you cast more effective. Actually, the defenses and the like would also be useful. But the bows actually would be helpful. You know what, I'll come back to this when people level up a bit more again. For now, I think this episode is going to be a little shorter and is going to end right about here. So, next episode, we'll continue with our hunts and explorations down in this direction towards Patrick's Tower. That'll be in the next episode. So, until then, I'm Chester44. That is Nova, Liren, John, and Pyrrha. This has been an Avernum for Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.